You're Well, good evening, everybody. It is a perfect day for the Jimmy Palumbo Show here from the Omni in downtown Atlanta, but I'm actually coming from downtown Mawa. And of course, the never or rarely late Dave Sturgio. Of course, some of the fans on the Twitter and Ticker and Facebook and the comments are bashing me, but this time,
no, this is not a you thing. I feel like this is a bad, like, one of those breakups. You're like, it's not you, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely me on this one.
I was jerking around with my lighting, which I think I got a little better today, but I was like, where is he? I need him here early to tell me what to do.
Yeah, sorry.
But of course, behind the glass, your friend and mine, the very late Dave Sturgio. We're not that late, too. We've been 20 minutes late sometimes because of me. What's up, brother? How you doing today?
I was good until my computer just decided to just shit all over me. I really have to start, like, turning this stuff off when I leave the room. You know what I mean? Like, I usually, like, I log out and shit, but, like, you know, I think it's starting to say, hey, you got to turn me off once in a while. We can't just keep running shit. So
you got to do the reboot day here at Shea. Well, this is show number 254. Did we celebrate? Did we miss our anniversary? Is today our anniversary show?
Of what? Like the entire show itself?
First one. Was the first one February
3rd? I don't know.
I think it might have been the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. We have to
now you're gonna make me what? Through my fucking in a fit of rage, I threw my keyboard, so I can't type anything.
Dave is like, this show is sponsored by what's that girl? Who's the deaf mute girl?
The deaf mute girl.
Helen Keller is the sponsor. Helen Keller.
I'm a miracle worker.
He can't type. He can't. I think so. Maybe 254. That would be over.
You're gonna make me go scroll, but go ahead. Now that I have my phone here,
isn't it on Captivate? Captivate.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna look on iTunes or whatever. But yeah, go ahead. Keep that show rolling.
Well, he does the research over here. This is show number 254, and of course, what we do on this fine program is we go by.
You know what's odd though? Just cut you off. It says episode 254 is today, right?
Yeah. It
says see all 263.
There's no way it's that.
Well, episode one.
I do know.
Episode 1 was March 15th, 2021.
Not to bash anything at your fine studios.
Did you hear me or no?
I can hear you.
I'm saying it's March 15th, 2021 would be the anniversary.
All right. So we'll do it. We'll have our anniversary show there. However,
fucking Tyson comes in. Here's the anniversary.
This is show number 254. However, only 253 shows are available to the American public because our fine friend Chris Gucci or Sturgio, I don't know who did it, there is a missing episode. Now, when this show becomes as big as Joe Rogan, people are going to be on the interweb using Chat GPT to say, where is the missing show?
Lifesaver, that app.
I have to go back and look. I have to find out which show number is missing. I remember laughing with Gucci over that. But this is show number 254. And of course, we got Andy Hedden, linebacker for the New York Giants in the 80s, which Venditti just drove off the road. Dan Lloyd from the late 70s. And of course, you got Chuck Howley. There you go. That might be one for the old man there. Randy White. Then you got Teddy Bruschi, Patriot piece of
Randy White.
Of course, Randy White, Dante Hightower, and what else we got here? Jack Lambert, you got Gastineau, you got Goose Gossage, Aroldis Chapman, and of course you got Cecilio Guante. And Venditti texted me and said that Guante actually means glove in Spanish, and of course Jay Buhner. But I got one for you, and this is going to be
54.
It's going to be a little merge of my next segment on the baseball card. Everybody's favorite player, Mr. Sam Frank Palumbo, linebacker, for Cleveland, Buffalo, and Green Bay from 1955 to 1960. My brother's name is Frank, so it's Sammy Frank Palumbo linebacker.
Any relation?
I don't know. He was a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, Buhner was 19. What the fuck? I knew that. There's no way.
Well, 1 year he wore.
Here we
54. Go. There you go. And of course, he was out of Notre Dame, Sammy Frank Palumbo. Okay, and he had a pick in the NFL championship game, which the Giants used to be very good in until Super Bowl era. But here's the funny thing, and that's what you get on this show. He was the roommate at Notre Dame of Regis Philbin. So Regis Philbin.
You said, I heard Ruh, and I'm like, Rudy, and you're like, Regis Philbin. No.
So Regis Philbin's roommate, last name was Palumbo. I find that hysterical. So that is number 54 here at Shea. And of course, which brings us to the fine baseball card segment. And I got to admit, I don't know this guy, and maybe you do.
You said your deck is from the 2000s, you said?
Yeah. Well, this guy played really from 99 to 2009. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right, but is your friend and mine Jacques or Jake Jones?
Jock Jones. Yes, I remember Jock Jones.
10 years in the bigs. He lifetime batting average of 277, 1,200 hits, 165 ding-dongs, 82 stolen bases. Played with the Twins, the Cubs, Detroit, and Florida. 2002, he batted 300.
I remember him with Florida. That's how I remember Jock Jones with Florida.
In 2002, he had 175 hits. That's a lot. 2003, he batted 304. This guy was good. He was in the playoffs a lot with Minnesota, played against the Yankees a couple times. He only batted 200 in the playoffs. Against the Yankees, though, he had 2 home runs in the series. The Yankees won 4.
That's what I just said. I just fucking, that's how I remember that.
That's how you remember.
That's how I remember. Through the Yankees, not through where he played.
Right, of course. He was traded for Omar Infante. It's another good name. And he made about $5 million a year. He was on the Olympic baseball team when they did that. His first 5 home runs in the year 2000 averaged over 420 feet. So he hit a couple of bombs early on. And then he coached for a while. He was on the Cubs. He got pissed when the Cubs fired Dusty Baker and Lou Piniella took over. I'm sure Piniella did not buy into this guy's bullshit. He was pissed that Dusty Baker got fired.
I forgot Lou Piniella even took over that team.
Right, me too.
Was he the last manager? No, right?
The last place he managed was the Cubs? No.
Did you say the Cubs or the Expos?
The Cubs.
Oh shit, my fault.
But of course, he coached with the Nationals for a while, blah blah blah. But of course, on this show, I'm always looking for that one thing that'll make you and I laugh. And the reason why he doesn't coach anymore because he was arrested for revenge porn.
Oh, solid. All right. Love that. That's my favorite.
There you go.
It's my favorite genre. If I have to go to a porn site and search, I say revenge.
I was doing my research and I'm like, this guy, okay, he's decent. And all of a sudden, there's got to be something in there. And the last line of his Wikipedia, and he was fired from the Nationals because of revenge porn. I'm like, all right. That was probably probably the first guy to get that phrase. I didn't get a chance to watch the porn because none of us watch porn in America. And so I did not get a chance to see that.
The devil.
Anyway, so that is it. Jake Jones or Jacques Jones.
Yes. He's French.
You Montrealians, however you say that.
Revenge pitching machine. According to Tyson Logan.
And of course, Patreon. We are still at 56. My fine Patreon people, I love you. Thank you so much. You help pay for the show and pay for Dave really a little bit. Thank you. It should be called Dave's Patreon. But I got to give a shout out to Johnny Box, my brother Frank Palumbo, and you know what? Because my brother skied with her this week on vacation, a big group of the tailgate.
Fucking skiing.
Everybody's skiing. Jayburn, Janine Michaud, Absolute Eyewear with the ticker on the bottom, which I never noticed that, the Absolute Eyewear ticker.
I forgot to turn it on 3 weeks in a row. So listen, I was so well prepared by I was done preparing for the show 12:20. And then when I logged on at around 12:45, 12:50, that's when everything just all hell broke loose. And I was like, oh, sweet. I'm glad I prepared.
Right. Well, listen, sometimes, the shit happens on the Jimmy Palumbo Show, but that's not, our show's never been, it's always about our content and the occasional oh shit by Dave.
Because I just remembered something that I needed to pull up, but go ahead, I'm listening.
I know you couldn't get it.
It's loaded up. I just have to grab it.
All right. We got a special video for you. We'll show you later on. Well, of course. So a shout out to Johnny Box, my brother Frank, and Jay Bird for the fine Patreon. And of course, chasing miracles.com here from the Omni Miracle Stem Patches. Shit your body needs. Put these patches on. They work great. A lot of athletes use them. Serena Williams uses them. Michael Phillips, wrestling guys use these things all the time. Grandmothers, moms, dads, my mother uses them. Shit your body needs. Put these things on. They're really cool. Give Tommy and Donna a shout via chasingmiracles.com. Go check these things out. You know what? Go to the website anyway and sign up and just say, hey, I love Jimmy Palumbo. I love his show. And I want to check out your patches.
that sounds like Artie. Like, I play my mom because I love my mom. And he just fucking loses his mind.
So that's it. Chasingmiracles.com here from Shay. Well, obviously, let's see. Let's see. Sunday's a big day here.
Yeah.
Super Bowl Sunday, Sunday of all Sundays, Super Sunday. I'm gonna root for the Seahawks because I don't like the Patriots. I never have. And we beat them twice, so they got nothing on me. I hate the Red Sox. I hate the Bruins. I hate the Celtics. I'm your classic.
Hate Title Town.
I gotta tell you. And they totally, by the way, Boston owns us for the last 10 years. So I got nothing to say about that, except for Eli Manning had, he just threw a ball off somebody's head.
He's just nonchalantly won 2 Super Bowls.
Casually threw, I think he's in the top 10 passing yards too. But I'm rooting for the Seahawks. My brother-in-law Steve's a big Seahawks fan.
He is Pete Carroll, so.
He looks like Pete Carroll.
He looks just like Pete Carroll. You got to see this guy. You guys would all lose your fucking mind.
My brother-in-law definitely looks like Pete Carroll.
I literally thought that was him when we first started tailgating with him. I'm like, wait a second.
Pete Carroll, yeah. Well, listen, I think it's going to be a good bowl. I do think on paper, no, not on paper. How do I phrase it? The actual, the Jimmy Palumbo's NFL stinks list, best 2 teams kind of made the Super Bowl. Whether you're not, I never bought into the Patriots, but they did kick the shit out of the Giants. And the Seahawks kind of nobody was week 8. Did we even talk about the Seahawks? Next thing you know,
I mean, just based off of and again, it's Super Bowl week, so there's a lot of hype going around and little video packages and shit. I watched something the other day of Sam Darnold. It was basically just I felt like it was Rocky-esque. They're like, they said you couldn't win. And it's all this old footage of him and the Jets and him with the Panthers and him with the, all the team. And then now he's in the Super Bowl. And I'm like, God damn. I was like, I'm going to run through a wall for this guy. This is great. So yeah, I'm rooting for Sam.
Did you ever look at the stats on that one Monday Night Football game he had?
Against the Patriots when he was seeing ghosts?
No, it was he was 11 for 35. It's 11
well, yeah, that was the one who was like, I'm seeing ghosts and shit. He was just, he was all fucked up.
But what I'm really looking forward to is the Bad Bunny halftime episode.
Please don't fucking start.
I just can't wait. I have every Bad Bunny album. I have all his bootleg albums. I've been.
You really had to bring this shit up, man, because it was something. All right, so here's my.
Wait a minute. Before you go into your thing, I will let you know. I don't even know if I was on Name That Tune, okay, and they said, "Can you name this song in 17,000 notes?" I would still. I don't even know. If I was a gun to my head, Jimmy, your whole family dies unless you can guess the artist here. I'd be like, everybody's dead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It was a good run.
To me, Bad Bunny, it looks like something you buy at Easter. I don't know this. I know nothing about. I'm sure. Listen. I'm in showbiz. Technically, I'm in showbiz. Okay, and I respect anybody loosely in showbiz for 35 years, down by 5. I respect anybody in showbiz because I know how hard it is. But I just don't. I'm 60 years old. I don't know. I know my daughter knows of this guy, but I guess the Super Bowl, you always gotta. They put the current people on, and I don't know anything about this guy. Now you clearly do. So tell me why you hate this selection.
It's not even a hate of the selection at all, because I've plenty of Super Bowls that I'm just like, oh, this whole halftime show stinks. You know what I mean? And that's why. But the problem is with this one is, and I'll preface this by saying Bad Bunny was in a WWE ring once upon a time, and he was actually pretty damn good. So they let him go out there and wrestle in Puerto Rico. And I'm like, this guy is fucking money. This is great. That the crowd was into it. They were singing his song on the way down. I was like, this is great. And then for whatever reason, for 2 days after that with the gym, I'm bumping his song. I'm like, yeah, just pretending I'm Puerto Rican or some shit. But it's not necessarily the person, it's what ESPN has turned into, man. And I understand it's the machine. I understand it's owned by Disney. I get all that part, and you have to pump as much shit as possible. But you and I both know, Jimmy, this country has never been more divided in the history of ever, right? What I don't give a shit what side you're on. It never affects me personally. I'm not going to judge you and like cancel our friendship because you went one way and I went the other. None of that matters. What matters is how much this shit is just shoved down your throat. Like, here's the thing. He went out, apparently, an article saying he's going to go out there in a dress, wearing a dress and shout out all of his fellow gay Puerto Ricans. And I'm like, all right, I mean, listen, you got the platform. I guess that's
he's got the stage.
But go nuts, right?
Well,
but
I didn't want to tell you. Next week we will be wearing dresses.
I'm cool with that too. But like, and again, you want to wear a dress, you want to love somebody different. I don't give a shit, right? I truly don't care. It's the constant like, you gotta watch this and you gotta like this guy. They put out a thing last night, and I shared it and I got some backlash, but I don't care. Like, they're like, hey, Bad Bunny was bagging groceries in 2016 and now he's in the Super Bowl. And I'm like, all right, I drove a truck in 2016. What the fuck does that, like, who gives a shit what he was doing in 2016? Why are you trying to give me some feel good bullshit when I already said, like, I'll watch it, or, and again, this might be breaking news to some, but you can absolutely get up and go to another room and grab a new beer. And
you don't have to watch.
And you don't have to watch anything. But then again, Jimmy, they're like, now there's by the way, when it turns halftime, turn on channel Fox News because the All-American halftime show. Like, we don't need that shit either.
I don't know. First of all, nobody. But by the way, I don't know about your house. Anybody, you don't touch the television during the Super Bowl.
Well, first of all, last year was Kendrick Lamar. I'm a rap fan, more or less old school rap fan, but some new rap and hip hop is okay.
Wasn't he a wide receiver on the Lions years?
No, not at all. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so even my father or like older heads are watching this. Like, I didn't understand one fucking word he just said. You know what I mean? And like, and now this guy's gonna go sing in Spanish and shit. So guess what? I'm not gonna understand anything. Am I gonna judge him for that? No, but it's like.
Let me tell you what happens with the halftime show. You watch it, whatever you bash it like, it doesn't matter. But the first 25-yard pass over the middle, first down, you're eliminating.
Right. You stop the halftime show.
Trivia: who was the halftime show for the Eli Manning wins over the Patriots?
That was
nobody cares.
But here's the thing: there are iconic performances. Like, I remember nostalgic reasons because I haven't got to celebrate a Super Bowl in 30 fucking years. So like 1992, I specifically remember Michael Jackson on a big stage just going absolutely crazy. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was only 7, right? So it's like, those are the ones that stick out. And like the Justin Timberlakes of the world. And even Rihanna she crushed it 3 or 4 years ago. And the weekend during the 2020 when nobody was supposed to be there, but like he was there doing his thing. Everybody looks for some kind of reason to look at it and say, this is just shit. And I'm like, what's your problem?
On Sunday, during the Grammys, I played
another fucking horrific thing.
I played a drinking game with all my friends. I had like 15 friends here. And I was like, we played this game. If you knew the artist, you had to take a drink. Well, we watched the Grammys and everybody just drove home sober as a bell. I just started serving coffee at one point.
That's what happens during the movie awards too. They're like, best picture goes to He and She. And I'm like, oh. Fuck.
Best comedy goes to Beer League last week. I can't watch. You know what though? I remember years ago when I'm talking about, when I was 15 or 20, I remember the Grammys would be on. And my dad used to like music, but his era of music. And there was music. And Jimmy, who's this guy? Like, and it was probably like somebody major, like Neil Diamond. My father
love Neil Diamond.
I know, but my father, older, was like, oh, who's this guy? So that's Neil Diamond.
That's what I'm saying. So if you have a younger crowd around you and you're not aware of who's who, so you ask a question. Hey, who's this guy? Where's he from? And then you fill him in. And if you don't want to listen to it, you don't fucking listen to it. That's the beauty part about
here's another thing. And this, I'm aging myself in dog years as the show goes on.
Always do.
You know what I think the big difference is? Now, listen, for you kids scoring at home, back in the day, we had something called AM, FM radio, and you got in your car and you turn the FM radio on, and there was like the hard rock station. There was the Z100, which played all the hits of the day. Like there was only 8 choices, for any like normal kid.
John Kelly thinks you have Bing Crosby on replay.
Bing Crosby would have rocked the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? They should have asked him. And by the way, I'm part of the Bing Crosby International fan club.
Of course you are.
It's great. They had a meeting on Sunday. It's on YouTube.
Wait a minute, that's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're not bullshit.
Wait a minute.
I thought it was just a figure of speech. Like, oh yeah, I'm the president of the fan club.
Okay, time out.
Oh my God.
You know what I would tell Bad Bunny and his 7 million followers? I was like, hey, just want to let you know, Bing Crosby's fan club started in 1928.
Well,
still around.
1928. So that's
it's still around. You believe it's the longest running.
That is pretty impressive.
And Bing. One thing about Bing Crosby didn't do much. He was a live performer, a radio performer, a television performer. Number 1 box office in the 40s was Bing Crosby.
Well, all right, I'm gonna age myself in reverse. What's like his famous song? Because I don't.
Yeah, that's that song, The Holidays. It's called White Christmas.
Oh, he sang that.
Yeah. And you know what you know what the thing about White Christmas is?
For White Christmas, all I see, because I'm a kid at heart, all I think about is Macaulay Culkin in the window. Right? He's doing a fucking thing.
Right.
I don't know. I'm like, it's Bing Crosby.
Well, listen, it's the number 1 selling song of all time. So all you Elvis and Beatles fans out there, you know what?
I never got into the Beatles, man. I don't know. Is that weird? Like,
I'm not a Beatles
because people like just fucking worship those guys, and I'm just like, I
respect what they do, but
of course,
I mean, listen, you don't realize how many songs the Beatles are just part of our background, but I just wanted to give the shout out to Bing Crosby for my buddy Johnny Kelly in Los Angeles, because he likes him too. You piece of shit Patriot fan. Anyway, I love you.
Oh, John Kelly, you gotta go. You gotta get out.
John Kelly, you gotta go. Anyway, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about.
Oh, we were talking about Bad Bunny. So everybody enjoy the fucking Super Bowl for what it is, and call it a day.
Now, what are you doing for the bowl?
I haven't missed the Super Bowl with my father for a long time.
Are you just watching at your house? You're not going to a...
No, I'm going to my dad's.
I don't know what I'm doing. I might go to my buddy Dave's.
There was like one. You know what's kind of crazy? The last time I went out, I think it was for like the first half, and then I was like, I'm going to my dad's. Like, I don't like being around people like that. Just don't pay attention like I do, or like just don't know the game. I went to my buddy's house. You know the Sobies. Like, but I was at their house, and it was Patriots Seahawks, which is kind of weird. But like that, so I don't really typically go out because I just.
What would you do if the Cowboys made the Super Bowl? You'd have to have a party.
There's no fucking party at all. No. It would be me, my father, my brother, and our family.
Your bonus mom, your kids.
Oh, they live there. Of course they
wouldn't have like 10, 12
no
people watching.
Shot, Jimmy. I don't even let people come over to my house for playoff games.
Yeah, but wait a minute, though. When the Cowboys make the Super Bowl, Miles will be like 24. He might want to have his friends go, what a cheap shot there from a haymaker from
cut its fat ass.
I hit the wrong button, but yeah, so you could do that too. But I couldn't. I don't even I don't like watching regular season Cowboys games with anybody else outside the immediate family.
I know, but
I don't even text you back.
When you become an adult, you'll get over that. It's like, you got to. Let's not get crazy. But yes, I know what you mean. But listen, if the Jets make the Super Bowl, when the Jets make the Super Bowl, what are you going to do for Miles? You got to do something.
Stop! You were knocking that shit off. You saw his little lid. You saw his new lid.
I can't wait.
Man.
The minute Miles knows who I am, I can't wait to buy him a shiny, ugly green jet
hat. No, you know what? It's funny because we usually run out of toilet paper relatively quick, so we'll just use that.
His first tailgate.
Freaking mine.
Miles, check out this.
You want to get him behind Rutgers? Get him behind Rutgers. You're not going to get him anywhere else. That's
please. We're going to get more to that later on. Well, in other news, of course, the Tysons and the Hogans, Daryl Clark, my fine Patreon friend and contributor to the show. And of course, so is Tyson Hogan. But Daryl is going to Nashville, Tennessee to one of those Comic-Con things. I don't even know which one it is. And Ralph Macchio is going to be there. And so is Cara.
What's up?
So is Cara Buono. So I sent a text to good old Ralphie. And I said, hey, Ralph, my boy Daryl's going to be down there. Now, think about all the shit that, Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, but Daryl Clark is going to be there with beer league stuff. I think that's the greatest thing ever in the history of showbiz. So he's going to be getting online with beer league stuff. And I told Ralph.
I don't know who this is.
That We were worried sick about
Somebody's
you.
worried sick about you.
Joe Cinecor? I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Joe Cinecor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were worried sick about you. I don't know what that means.
Maybe
We
he's
got to
just
figure
catching up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, Joe, but I don't know why you're worried about me. But the
Plenty more things
so
important to worry about.
I texted Ralph, and Ralph was he got back to me. He said, "Listen, it's going to be mayhem there. I don't know what's going to be going on, but if you can get to like the handler near the table and just tell him that a friend of Jimmy Palumbo's is here, I'll try to see him." So I think it's funny if he's online with all this Cobra Kai bullshit. He's got a beer league poster. That's just awesome.
That is awesome.
I just texted Cara Buono, who played Artie's girlfriend in the movie. She's a doll. I've spoken to her over the years. And,
Deep speed back then.
No, she's still listen. She lines up in the slot now, but you know what? Fires over the middle first down. She still looks great. She will. Hopefully, she'll get it. I don't think. Maybe Stranger Things is a big show, and she had a big part of that. So I'm hoping that Daryl Clark, my Patreon.
Daryl sent me a DM on Facebook and he said the cakes are on the way or whatever.
I know. I can't wait.
I'm pumped. I'm like, I don't know when it's gonna arrive, but I'm like, dude, yeah, let's go, bro.
They're really good, bro.
Dude. I
ended up freezing it. I ate it. It's big. It's
huge.
Big.
It's like huge. A fucking Cinnabon times 1,000. Yeah.
The first time you said to me, I was like, "What the hell is this thing?" And that's right. I cut it into sections. Goes perfect with a cup of coffee in the morning. Anyway. What else happened this week?
Yeah, well, you don't. Well, you shouldn't be eating that.
We'll get to that in a second. I went to my mother's house yesterday. A little shout out to my mom. She's got some bad pains in her leg. She's limping around. It really bugs the shit out of me because my mother is a gypsy. She will get in the car and do things, but she's a little on the injured reserve right now. She's really struggling to walk a little bit. And but we went there to take down her Christmas decorations. Now, my mother is a professional Christmas person, okay? She has enough. If I told my mother that the Sturcio family and your brother, they have no Christmas decorations, and we need to bring your extra Christmas decorations to decorate your house, my mother would be like, "Oh, is there anyone else? I have enough for his bonus mom, his mother, his father."
Why didn't you fucking say that this year? I was struggling. You knew I was struggling.
Not the outside. You care less about that. This is inside. She has shit going on, right? So of course, things are up in her attic in a little. She's in a 55 and over community, but it's a whole house, a 2-bedroom thing. And the best, I go there very calm. It's already February. We should have took the stuff down already, but she wasn't feeling great, so she didn't care. But the dynamic between my sister and my mother in taking down Christmas decorations is like Battle of the Bulge here. My mother was like, no, put it here. It goes in this box. Make sure you wrap it this way. And there I was in the middle of mayhem, and we're going up and down. They're screaming at each other. I'm like, "Mom, what are you getting so fired up over a little Santa Claus thing that, you know?" And then she started taking ornaments off, and she's like, "Oh, I got this in 1962. I got this in 1980 in Germany." My mother knows each ornament where they're from. It's crazy. And then I go upstairs. I go, "Mom, what's with these 4 boxes? Oh, those are the other ornaments." Like, "Mom, your tree has 8,000 ornaments on it. It's unbelievable."
You know what's crazy? Like when we do the ornaments on our tree, we go to the boxes, right? And like Steph has 1 billion from her childhood, and we have new ones for the kids.
Right.
And Stell, "Daddy, where's your ornaments?" And I'm like, I don't think I've ever had ornaments.
You didn't tell your kids you didn't have a childhood? Did that come up?
Because honestly, like,
no, what you should have said is,
I'm thinking, like, did I have like,
the Cowboys haven't made the Super Bowl since.
Well, not even that. Like, you would think that I had like Dave's first Christmas or something. I have nothing. And I don't know if my father has it or like, my dad's tree is just full of fucking Make America Great Again shit or whatever.
No, but wait a minute. Your dad must have. Well, somebody.
I don't know. Every time I look at the tree, I'm like, there's nothing fucking there. Like, I don't.
My mother gave me yesterday. She gave me 15 ornaments. One from like 1965 because I was born, and she wrote Jimmy on the bottom of it. I got all kinds of things. My Uncle Tony.
We got new bomber. There's new ones every year because my family keeps adding kids. So like my bonus mom will go out and she's like, "Ah, shit, I guess I gotta get another ornament." And the family is just like, it's like this massive thing now because it's got like a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Like we're all on it, all our names. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I have any ornaments from my childhood.
Listen,
like
My mother.
That's depressing, or
well, it is. Well, listen, like the lost episode of the Jimmy Palumbo Show. Your childhood may not have existed.
Well, and Joe Cinecor. The problem is that you can't get in touch with him right now because he just said, "I hope it wasn't the Italian socks episode that's missing," which leads me to believe that he's watching way behind when we first started and talk about a missing episode. So if he had the smarts and wherewithal to hit live, he would be able to talk to us normal.
But it's okay.
He's not gonna.
Joe can do whatever he wants. He's a fine
great.
man over there at St. Paul's Cornerstone. I guess I'll see you in a couple months. A couple weeks in that Cornerstone thing, bro. No, but I know. Listen, my mother was such a pro, and she has 6 grandkids. And what she would do, she knew the kids wanted to touch shit on the tree when they're little. I'm sure you know when Miles was younger, they don't know. They're just banging on shit like
He's
a
still
pet.
doing it. He's 4.
Yeah, but my mother left a little section on the bottom on the lowest rung, and she bought all these like Sesame Street characters and all these bullshit things. And then when they came to the house, they were able to put it on Grammy's tree, and then she would take them off, and the next kid came. Oh,
ain't nothing better than a grandma, man. Let me tell you.
There you go. My mother.
And you know what? My speaking of my grandmother, she was my favorite person of pretty much all time. Her birthday's coming up, her anniversary of birthday. She'd be like 104 now, but she had one of those trees. And you'll know this because you'll just feel retro on this one. She had one of those trees where, like, when you put the lights on, it was the big fucking bulbs. And if you touched them, you would scorch earth your fucking
that's right. No, like they should have died in the fire in the house.
Right. Exactly.
But you know what? Those big bulbs, they look the best.
They do look the best, but they also would burn you 3rd degree.
There's a whole like society of vintage Christmas people where they go to these garage sales, and they buy that and they set it up.
Of course.
They die in a tragic fire because they don't realize that like the wires are exposed.
Right.
But we did that, which was absolutely insane, helping out my ticket. We got it all done. And then, of course, I had to go out to dinner with my mom. I didn't get home till late, but it was good hanging out with my sister. I just love the battles because my sister's more of a minimalist. She wants to throw everything out. My mother's the complete opposite. No, let's keep it just in case. In other news, it's cold here. It's been cold. I'll tell you what. I think Mother Nature. The Jimmy Palumbo Show versus Mother Nature. I am out of timeouts. The other night it was like, I don't know if you were out Friday night. Oh my God. It was brutal. I was like, hey, like I was like,
you can't even walk anywhere. Like not even from your car to somewhere. You're like, oh,
this is nuts here. And it's good. You know what? Today's balmy. It's like 33.
All right, Tyson. God bless.
Tyson Hogan's breaking his ass. I hope you're doing all right with all that. Tyson Hogan, Patreon members chiming in that he's having a shitty day at work. And I hope
he says some family thing blindside him like LT. Hit some prayers and talk soon. So yeah, shout out to Tyson. Love you,
Tyson. I thought he was just busting balls, but if he's got something going on, we'll all say we'll do a prayer for Tyson Hogan and his family. I'll give him a shout, find out what's going on later. In Rutgers news, which I always talk about, the hoops team. We were down by 20 against Michigan State the other night, and next thing you know, we had the ball with 8 seconds to go, down by 3. They fell asleep. We came back, and but it's just.
You can't consider them like a scrappy bunch, no?
Well, that's what everybody's saying, but you know what? I feel like
listen.
Scrappy bunch is like, we play hard. That's loser talking, Trust the process. I mean,
that's a bunch of coach speak, yeah.
Oh, how about listen, the coach didn't lose the locker room yet. Okay.
Just no matter what, whenever there's a loss, it's like that's a good team across the court. That's a good team there. It's like, okay.
And by the way, all that card stuff we discussed last week, cards were stolen. I listened to another podcast where people were going in and getting the free card and selling them on eBay for $500. Like they
nice
instantly valuable. And some people opened it up. They didn't like St. John's did it. Another school did it. That we
you can't convince me to go fucking buy any. It's like telling me, you know what? Get yourself some crypto. It's like, all right, yeah, I'll just chill for a little bit.
But also, I don't know if you heard. And being that we are doing our Never Lose a Tailgate show in the fall, I don't know if you heard the news with Rutgers Sports. we're going to lose $75 million. Now, the reason why this is big.
No, I thought we talked about this last week.
No, but it really, it's really starting to, we dabbled at it, but now it's really starting to, like, people are getting, like, in this day and age now, people are like, hey, wait a minute, $500 million, like, for what? Like, people are really starting to, what we talked about last week is growing into, like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, God, poor Rutgers. They have trouble competing when it's sunny and nice out. Now cold winds are coming in, money issues, and people, the average, no one cares about.
Is it one of those like where's the money going situations?
No, it's again, Jimmy Palumbo Show has been saying this since day one. This area is not a big college area. We don't have a big fan base, and it's revenue. The spending, any organization, any business, spending goes up over time. You know,
sure.
If you own a bagel shop, you know what you paid last year for the bagels is $1. Now it's $1.10. But we don't have the revenue, the shirts. You see, we like, you know, the area. Remember, I told you, you probably forget. I said maybe go in the Rutgers thing, maybe get something for Miles. We walked in there. There's nobody. You go to a Penn State game, there's a line, people buying T-shirts in town.
I can walk into the Scarlet Fever right now, and the shelves will be stocked.
Like this, right?
Nobody's touching anything.
No, it's just not there. And plus, years of below average football, years of below average sport wins in every sport, and you get this. And even now, I'm dealing with my daughter with colleges. There's this whole like, oh yeah. Oh, you might go to Rutgers, yeah, right. Oh, but you might go to Providence. Oh, you might. Oh, they're looking at Penn State. You're looking at Syracuse. Oh yeah, well, Rutgers. It's like this. It's like
so Rutgers is becoming like a fallback option almost.
Yes, and meanwhile, it's better than it's just as good as all those schools, if not better. And I think the reputation of Rutgers is in the shitter right now. And you know what?
How do you change that? I mean,
you know what you do?
Sports teams aren't going to change them.
Yes, they. Oh yeah. Do you think anybody would know about a little school in North Carolina called Duke if their basketball team didn't win 29 games?
Fair point.
Would you drive on Route 80 for 5 hours in the middle of fucking nowhere to go to Penn State? It would be like, you got to be kidding me. You'd be at like CCNY. Vin Diddy just drove off the road. No, it's sports can certainly help alumni and money and donations and people. And I met the guy at the game, or we're going. How about on the road game? There's probably 11 people that travel to Rutgers road games. But if Rutgers was like Penn State, you go, there's hotels, there's bars, you meet people. I met a guy, and Rutgers, the sports has been so shitty. I think the new AD was honest. She said, it's going to be worse next year, but in 2027, it'll be a big difference because we get the full amount from the Big Ten, stuff like that. It's just like another negative on Rutgers. I'm like, it's just like the Giants. The Giants have sucked. They got a new coach. I like what he says. And then what happens?
The play?
No, the owner gets caught in the Epstein file.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Sick,
like,
bro. Awesome. Good job. I refuse to look into any of that shit because I'm just like, I don't want to know anything.
I don't listen.
It's horrific, but I don't want to.
It's all shitty. It's not my thing. But my first thought, this is tell you how, this is what a professional Rutgers fan I am. My first thought was, wait a minute, there's got to be someone at Rutgers in those files. Like I immediately went.
It's so funny. I think it was. I don't remember which scandal it was last, or maybe it was with Bob Kraft with getting like rubbing tugs or some shit. I don't know. Whatever that was.
Right.
Or no, somebody came out with some, maybe it was like a racist thing. I don't know. But there was a handful of Cowboys fans who were like, why can't Jerry be caught doing something shitty just to get him out of town? And I'm like, dude, let the guy, he's going to die soon. Just let him fucking ride it out and call it a day.
If Tish gets caught in the Epstein file with sending creepy emails, like, come on.
Oh, and then did you hear about the Gino? I don't know who owns the jet. Oh, Woody Johnson, right? Like, there's like emails saying like, I'll send you a back in the day, I'll send you a Geno Smith jersey. Like, dude, that's worse than I won't say it, but you know what? Geno Smith and children traffic. I don't know what's worse.
It's awful. It's awful. I swear there's going to be a photo of someone with a Rutgers shirt in the pool. I can't get it.
It's going to be Shiano. Like, oh no.
It's just negative. On a positive note, here's the
segue from the Epstein files. Go ahead.
My kitchen is now completely
Oh, thank God,
done.
dude. Oh, fuck. I
It's
was losing
done.
sleep wondering if that was going to be done yet.
It's done. My mother and sister are coming over today to view the final experience. However,
You got some
now,
supportive family, dude.
however, Segway Mania here is Jay.
Mhm.
Go to segway.com and see the Jimmy Palumbo Show. While we were doing our mini prepping, who knocked on the door?
Ah, yes.
But a guy named Brian Anacleto, who's a fan of Dave Sturt Show and Fight Factory, but he is also works for Oxy Magic USA. My carpets are sparkling. They are Tom DeMeo. I called him up.
Hey, listen, you don't have to talk to. Don't tell anybody about your carpets. Let him tell it. Hold on one second. Let him say what your carpets are all about. Hold on. Let's see if this works here.
I'm Brian from Oxy Magic, and I'm cleaning your filthy carpets.
We have live testimonial here. And
He walked in there. He's like, "Oh my God, what's happening here?"
And the worst thing, the guy has. The best thing about him is I got like beer league posters. He's like, "Yeah, great. Hey, how's Dave Sturt doing?" Fight
my
like,
man.
He went to every.
He's like, he looks familiar, and I probably had conversations with him, but I'm like,
he told me that he goes, it's the weirdest thing. But he says he's been following your wrestling stuff well before he ever got in my house. And then when he got in my house, I told him about I have a podcast. So it's really a weird thing. The guy from Oxy Magic is a fan of what do you call that? Like the fight fight. It's not independent wrestling. Is that what it's
independent
called?
wrestling? Yes.
Independent wrestling. He's a huge fan of independent wrestling. I got to tell him about your show on March 21st in Ridgefield.
Well, if he follows it, he should be seeing it. So
right. But I'll tell him that. And of course, there might be a free ticket available for Mr. Brian Anacleto.
First of all, come clean my carpets first, and I'll give you a fucking free ticket. What are we talking about here?
He is not pay. If he goes, he's not paying.
Oh wow! All right, take it on, Jimmy.
My visa.
Jimmy, that Venmo is going to be a little different this week.
But so Oxy Magic USA, OXY Magic USA. Cleaning time is maybe 3 to 4 hours, not the 1 to 2.
Depends how filthy it is.
And of course, they have 0% financing, which me and Dave are putting our nickels together. We may own, we may only be able to buy a broom, but we'll be able to just sweep your kitchen floor, baby. So it's going to be
do the best we can.
Broom magic. But that's that. Now, listen. We got to have. I called you earlier because I said, you know what, I got to think about this. Now, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I have lost 30 pounds here at Shea
since
September.
Okay, so Rutgers season started.
The Rutgers season, I was so depressed. I got heavier at the start, and midway through September, I said, "Oh my God, I have to do something." And I was so excited about our wins against Carteret and Linden that I decided to eat too much. But I was 216, and now I am 186. But I feel it's important because listen. The best joke I've heard in a while is, "No, dude, I run like 5 miles a day, but at the end of the run,
either that or I was going to be like, how's cocaine? Is it good or no?"
At the end of my run, I run into a needle. I decided I have been trying to lose weight. I got sluggish, and mostly this is going to sound like I'm a $3 bill here, but on the pickle court, I was like, I'm sluggish. I look like one of those fullbacks in his last year that's going to get cut. You know, I'm like, this is awful. And so two buddies of mine are like, "Dude, it works." I'm like, "Really?" So I ended up going online, and it's not covered by my insurance. I took a beat, and I said, "You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest in myself. I'll be paying that off till I'm 90." But I lost 30. Now I only lost 1.6 pounds per week. Nothing came off easy. I started off. It's been 18 weeks. You got to take this little jar and you got to do this whole needle thing. It's a pain if anybody doesn't like needles, I don't know if you can even do. They have a pill form now.
What's you never dropped the name? What are you exactly on?
I'm on Zepbound.
Zepbound. Okay.
Zepbound. It's Wegovy, Zepbound. It's one of the Zepbound, whatever. And I started off at 2.5 milligrams. I did that for 1 month, and then I did like 2 months of the 5.0, and now I just on this month I've been on the 7.5, and that's as far as I'll go. Now I can't really, it's expensive.
Do you mind sharing that? Because I could tell you in relation to what I pay for my stuff.
Well, it's about right. It's about
Because without insurance, it's always going to be more expensive.
It's like $400 a month.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't. But now, those of you scoring at home, because we all know Dave Sergio's health issues when he buys stuff from Louis on the street at the pizzeria.
Underground nutrition.
Underground. Okay.
Oh, it's underground, all right.
It's underground, all right. Well, I could have gone on. People are buying it at different places because it's just a chemical. I forget what it's called. Zepatide.
GLP-1 or whatever.
There's a chemical in it. But you know what? I read articles like where's that coming from? So I'm like, I order it from the online direct from Eli Lilly, and it comes right in. So there's no third parties, no row where you got to pay subscription. There's none of this. I don't want to be Mark McGuire here at Shea.
Now, what are the obviously you've dropped the weight, which is great. And I've noticed it last week. I think it's because you had like a fresh haircut too. And I'm like, damn, dude, what the fuck is he doing? Right. So like there's something, he's thinner in the face.
Right.
Like I got to know like what exactly is it doing for you? Because
I'll tell you, I did my physical this week. Okay, so I got blood work, and the reason why I wanted to take it through, I get a physical every right around February 1st. And Johnny Box,
must have lose 40 on your plan and then bulk up on the Dave plan.
That's right. Well, no, when what it does is it not only, because I talked to my doctor and my blood work, dude, my cholesterol went from 245 to 145. All the shitty things, your glucose, your triglycerides, all the things that cover your drinking, all the ones that they go, come to Jesus, those things, all are dramatically down. Now, when you lose weight, that happens anyway. But he also told me it does a lot of things cardiovascular wise that are positive. So he was really positive about it. The only probably negative of being on it, some people just don't do well with needles. Even getting a flu shot, it makes them uncomfortable for 2 or 3 days. Not me.
You do it sub Q, like right in the gut.
You do it. You rotate around your gut, and you can do it in your thigh, which some people like. The thigh is easier for me, but the thing you get is you don't get nauseous, but you get like it's like almost like you need a Tums. So you got to have I have snacks around. Believe it or not, pretzels work for me because sometimes I have to take protein shakes because you got to get your protein in, and you definitely like. There was a couple of days where I had a little something for lunch at 1:00 and I didn't eat anything. I just wasn't hungry. And everybody,
that's a big thing for me, for my thing. It's like, I can't tell you how many times that I've fucking just forgot to eat because it's just not a thing. Like I'm not hungry. Like, and that's the biggest thing. I'm not eating as much. And that's what I make fun of it, but I was like, I cut down on the shit, right? But it really not because I just don't eat as much, and it's working.
This stuff works. You get a little. You know what happens too? Like last night, I went to the diner with my mother, and I really just wanted some protein, and I don't eat like that. I'll get a Happy Waitress special grilled cheese bacon. I don't. So I got like the chopped steak with onions, and it was delicious. A little brown gravy. I was in heaven. But halfway through it, I'm like. I'm full.
Your stomach shrunk, dude.
And so I, of course, right after the show, I'm going to be dabbling with that. You heat it up. Every meal I turn into 2 meals. I definitely save money on food that way. But you get a little. I would say, there was 2 or 3 nights where I was. You got to watch your fiber intake because you get like, hey, when's the last time I went to the bathroom kind of thing. But I didn't. Some people get nauseous. I got nauseous maybe 2 or 3 days in 4 months.
I'll tell you what, man. I've the stuff I'm on. The curbing of the appetite is the best part of it, right? But I say I have never, and this is probably a little detrimental because I'm always kind of high wired anyway. But like my focus with this shit has gone through the roof. Like it is. I can't sit still. I have to be doing something, which is good if you're a businessman like myself. I'm just trying to grow a bunch of things at once, which is great.
I get it.
But at the end of the night, if I don't take like my edibles, I am still like, okay, how can we market Fight Fact? It's like 11. I'm texting the guys like, what are we doing right now to fucking make it better? And they're like, dude, I'm sleeping. And I'm like, no. Like, so like I'm on it, right? But then like I take the edible and I'm just like, and then it just calms it down. I go to
No,
sleep.
I would say I would say the biggest thing is the day after I take the shot, I feel a little tired.
Okay.
Now some people claim like depressing thoughts and
Listen, they can fuck with your emotions, and
I really
probably,
I haven't really felt.
But do yourself a favor though. Like I don't know how your I know it does sound like speed. I don't know how your workouts are going, if you're working out at all.
Well, I haven't.
But
So
you
now,
got to get to the gym, because I can't. There's nothing worse than somebody's like, I'm on this and that, and then they just like raise their hand, and it's just like fucking.
No, I can. Well,
I'm like, just go fucking do a dip.
I'll be on. My doctor discussed that with me, and so what I'm going to do now is instead of taking it every week, I'm going to order one more round, and I'm going to take it every 2 weeks. It's called like maintenance. I'll see how that goes, and I definitely got to start. But I'll tell you one thing. Everybody's gonna laugh at me at this, but my ranking in the pickleball arenas dropped very poorly in September, and very quietly, Jimmy Palumbo has been revenge tour.
Like porn.
I have been much better in pickleball. You know why? I still get like, tired on the court and stuff, but I'm just way more lighter on my feet. I was quick anyway. I have quick hands. I'm quick. I've always been quick. Not a good runner, not a fast runner, but I'm quick on the court. That's from my tennis days. And so I've been much better. So it's proven when you lose, listen, anybody out there. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is some people like, there's a lot of husband and wives who, listen, they're both looking at each other. Hey, honey, hey, we got to do something together, and they have enough money to do it. And I say that's why I'm bringing it up, because I think if someone is thinking about doing it, I definitely say try it. I mean, I have friends that weren't that overweight that did it, and they end up.
Well, that's another thing. Like, there's a lot of people out there that really necessarily don't need it. Like, doctors would be like, dude, get out of my office. Like, you're fine. But then there's so many black markets and so many direct ways to get it and all this other shit. So like me, for one, like, you're 30 in September, 30 pounds in September. I started my shit middle of November. So like I'm 15 pounds since Thanksgiving.
Right.
So, like,
which is great.
It's moving, and I'm at the gym, and I'm moving around, and I'm doing, I'm a lot lighter on my feet.
Because
sore as fuck, but
because of the cold weather, I haven't been.
Yeah, well, that's another part.
Yeah. But now playing indoor pickleball and shit like that. But I definitely got to start doing some weightlifting. But I just wanted to bring it up to anybody out there. It worked for me. It's still working for me. The thing is, though, even if I had the money, I'm not so sure. Like, I'm at 186 now, which I think of, like, once I get below 180, I don't think, some people are like, oh, you should try to get down to 170. And I'm like,
no, because you know where your sweet spot is. And
yeah,
it's like,
I don't think,
because you also don't want to look ill either. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I think I'm going to look ill.
Yeah. So I've set a realistic goal. I said, I want to get to 250 by the summer show, right? Like, so right now I'm 261. So it's only 11 more pounds between now and then. But like, I remember way back, I was dating a somebody that might have been a distant relative to Satan, and she made me just not eat at all. Like, she starved me to death in 2011, and I got, now remember, right now, you've seen me recently. I sit around 261. Probably the last time you saw me, I was probably like maybe even pushing 270, right? I was down to 202.
Oh my God.
Oh, so like if you saw pictures of me in 2011, you'd be like, oh, cool. So he's dying. That sucks. You know what I mean? Like,
I know,
I just wouldn't eat because this girl was a fucking rail thin, and she's like, you got to eat what I eat, which is nothing. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I should fucking lose all this weight. And then I almost took my own shit like because of this. But yeah.
Well, listen,
do it the right way. Stick a needle in yourself.
Do it the right way. So yes, I've lost 30 pounds. I don't know. I hope I don't gain it back. My doctor said, look, if you're going to stop, do a gradual. So
yeah, you can't cold turkey.
He said, do once every 2 weeks. And if you can't afford it anymore, do once every 3 weeks. Now, try to extend it out until you
the doctor, you're still prime Jimmy Palumbo. You're 60 years old. I'm sure if you went to the bar and you met a fine young lady, everything's going to be fine. But like, are you like, does this have anything to do with lowering your test levels? Because you got to watch that shit too. Because all of a sudden you start feeling tired, and you're like, well, maybe that's your test. Because if you need any fucking test, just holler.
I don't. Everything seems operational down there in the engine room. Listen, there have been times when I've been drinking all night that my engine room looked like the Titanic movie. We can't hold it, Captain.
There's another name for that. It's called whiskey dick. It's like it makes it all go.
Listen, I put my balls in storage. They're over on Route 17 in storage. That's the thing. If I hook up with a girl, I'm like, hey, we have to stop by the storage place. What for? I got to get my balls. They're in there and they're way in the back. I got to pull them out.
They charge me all this money to store. It sucks. They just
sorry. It's right next to my mother's Christmas stuff. And so
that's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Got him. That's funny.
Anyway, also, I will let everybody know. I watched the Knicks game the other night. They beat the Lakers. God bless. They won 6-0. However,
LeBron, bye, Bronny. You're done.
However, again, if you ever want
$600 to sit in the last row. Okay, by the way.
But listen, here's the funniest thing, though. The announcers were like, "Hey, LeBron's struggling, but he had 22 points. There's no doubt. First of all, he's been playing since 1945. After the war, he joined the NBA. Okay, and I know he's not the same player, and he's definitely slower and all that. But like when Karl Towns has a bad game, he has 8 points. Okay, and he doesn't play the last 11 minutes.
Right.
LeBron James, like announcers, like, oh, a down game here. Final score, Knicks win. LeBron with 25. Like it's unbelievable.
A casual triple-double here.
I mean, this guy. Listen, I'm not a fan of his. Never was a LeBron. Well, only because he didn't. If he came to the Knicks, I'd have jerseys all over the place.
Jerseys, statues outside of the garden. Sure. It would be.
I hate him. I hate Durant.
Well, that's when I turned my back on him. When he chose the Heat, I was like, oh, fuck this guy, dude.
But after a while, it's even like a little bit of the Tom Brady thing. It's like I used to hate Tom Brady, but I'm like, oh my God, he's in the Super Bowl again. And then it's like, oh, he went to another team. Here we go. He's with Tampa Bay. You watch now. Oh my God.
But now, you know what the best part is? Like, I have nothing to hang my hat on when it comes to Tom Brady, except the Cowboys beat the brakes off of him in his final game.
That's all.
So I'll hang my hat on that. And like Micah Parsons and everybody had a field day in that playoff game.
You know, everybody likes to love hate with LeBron, but I'm sorry, he's the GOAT, man.
He's the
well, he just
there's
is.
Listen, there is.
Just, you know why? You know what though? It's too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's the GOAT of the new age of basketball. There's no better player when basketball started to change into 3-point shooting and freaky athletes and all this other shit. Yeah, you cannot compare.
I know, but
back in the Jordan's day when he was just making people look silly. You know, the competition might have not been as good, but the dude was still the fucking greatest.
I know. I know the different eras. I get all that, and of course, I think Jordan is the GOAT. But like, you know what it looks like? It looks like, well, Jordan played 3 years. That's how it looks compared to LeBron. Like this guy's still playing.
You also could take into consideration of just generational, like what these people look like at this point. Well, Jordan's a skinny rail and he's doing amazing things. LeBron James could play tight end in the NFL tomorrow if he chose. You know what I mean? He's a freak athlete.
And by the way, when the NBA playoffs start, they still have the other guy on the team. Like you're telling me the Lakers can't win a bunch of series in the playoffs? I think they can.
I'm surprised they lose any games.
I know. So it's like
when you have Luka and fucking LeBron, like how explain to me how you lose a basketball game with those two guys on the team.
If LeBron James is in the finals this year, which they got a tough road, okay, with Oklahoma, but if they're in the finals, I think if they're in the finals, you won't be able to talk to me in terms of like who the go.
Against your
nuts, and Karl Towns will get eaten alive. But by the way, I didn't know Karl Towns is not allowed to play in the fourth quarter. Did you hear about this? He's not allowed when the game's tight and there's 11 minutes to go. They take him out. You got to come out. And by the way, Shamet had the game of his life. He hit like 35 threes. Anyway, I'm not on LeBron James. And other news, of course, I'm going to do a PSA, and Dave Sturcio is going to agree because I've been texting him. There's a book out there called The Daily Dad. Listen, guys, it's a little bit of a parenting book, or really about being older in life. No, it's a life book. You read one page a day, and I heard about this book, and I got it. And I read the first. It's every day. They have the calendar. You just read it every day. And
like
I read
what do you call those things when they have like a little?
Yeah, and so I read the first one, and I was like, I gotta send this to Dave because it's
Yeah,
about having kids younger. And now
good shit.
I sent you the one today. I'm like, Dave,
Yeah.
and I sent you the thing. I'm like, this book's it's by Ryan Holiday. It's not it's called not The Daily Dad, but it's really should be called Daily Mom and Dad. It has nothing to do with being a father and
a daily parent.
Daily Parents really what it should be called. But I guess since he's a male, he says Daily Dad. But it's got great stuff about kids and even life stuff. And it takes you about 30 seconds to read each day. And every day you're like, now I don't always agree with all of them. I want to get
well, the one you sent me today, I read in the gym parking lot. That's how quick it was. I was like,
I know.
I was like,
and
wow.
You read it, you're like,
shit.
that's why you got to buy the book.
Yeah, I will.
So that's my little PSA for that guy's sales, even though he doesn't give a shit. And he's also considered like a stoic, which means they go by.
That's good stuff.
They go by ancient philosophies of Greek and
that's
Rome.
How Brett. That's how Brett Ernst had some powwows with me about the stoic. That kind of.
Yeah, well,
I just feel it's just manly shit.
But it's also like it's also what it is. It's Eli Manning just being calm and relaxed and getting it done when you have to.
And a doofus and half a retard.
Mouth breather at Shea. But no, it's very interesting stuff. That's my PSA for that. But of course, since my carpets are no longer filthy and my eyes are shit. What do you do, Dave, when you can't see?
Well, your vision gets better when you lose weight. But if you don't lose weight and you want to continue to be a fat fuck, go to Absolute Eyewear.
Absolute Eyewear, 42 Main Street, Woodbridge, New Jersey. That's Woodbridge with a B, the Wooden Bridge, Woodbridge, New Jersey, 732-326.
Eyes.
Which is
just hear that. Did you see? Well, you can continue your read for Absolute.
732-326-3937. Go talk to Craig and Johnny J. Bird Mashad on Main Street there at Shea. And they have everything there. Charles Oakley hangs out and drinks with them. So just go there, $100 off a complete pair if you say you're a human being or you're affiliated with the Jimmy Palumbo
If you walk in there
Show.
with a pulse, guess what? We got a discount for you.
Say anything, bring up softball, Corona, Sturgio, Chop Sports, anything that will give you you got to get two of them, though, complete pair at Shea.
Across the street, Woodbridge Brewery. I don't know where they dug them up, but I saw an advertisement. And first of all, Mariano Rivera is going back there, I believe, in May, which is dope. But all of a sudden, I see this advertisement. I'm like, is that Jeremy Shockey? Like, where the fuck did you find him? You know what's funny about Jeremy Shockey? First of all, as a Cowboys fan, active, you hated his guts. But at the end of the day, you're like, this dude's a badass, right? When I worked for the Giants with Venditti, and Venditti can't vouch for this because he won't tell him, and I'll just expose it now because I think it's funny. So we had this intern mobile. It was a minivan. It was like 4 or 5 of us. We went to the only bar in Albany when we were out there training camp. There's nothing to do out there, by the way. We're out there, the only bar, and I go to the bar, and I'm recently 21, so I'm like, this is fucking cool. I can go to the bar and just grab a drink. I go to grab a drink, and I look to my right, and who's there? Jeremy Shockey. And I'm like, nonchalantly, I'm like, shouldn't you, isn't it past the call time or whatever, bedtime, whatever? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? You're okay in my book. That was it. That was my interaction with Jeremy Shockey.
I remember I think coaches were afraid of Jeremy Shockey. But you know what? In a playoff game, he dropped a big ball, so I don't want to hear his shit.
And I can't find the meme or the video. I think you were playing the 49ers. Something, I don't know. But there was
the one where they had the big comeback at the end.
Yeah, because he's on the sidelines doing this. Pointing at the thing, and all of a sudden somebody Garrison Hurst just broke a fucking run for 90, and you're like, and then he looks around, he's like, oh shit, and he's watching his team lose.
Shockey was great, but he was a crazy fuck.
Sometimes you need that.
And so go to Absolute Eyewear, but also I'll do this quickly because we'll run out of time.
Yeah, I gotta get my
daughter. You have to watch? Did you watch the documentary on Netflix, Miracle of the Boys?
I've not yet. I finished Landman last night. Finally,
dude, you know what? I didn't realize. And my friend Mark Ciardi, who is a fan of the show, and my nephew, they work for a production company, Select Films. They did it. But what people don't realize, yes, it's a documentary on the 1980 hockey team. However,
sports documentary, I'll eat it up. So yeah.
But here's the miracle of that. It's based on never seen footage. The IOC. They had people with 16 millimeter cameras with audio all over that Olympics. It was like like it was just in storage. No one saw it. So all the hockey players from 1980 are watching footage of outside at Michael Ruggioni's home, at people's houses with their parents. And they're all the parents are gone now. And they show them watching it, and their eyes are like, oh my God, look at my dad. And the dad was drinking, partying with, because dad was only like 45. It's awesome. And the footage is in that like NFL film, 16 millimeter style. And Herb Brooks, he sounded like he must have been a bastard. But the footage is so awesome. And there's things like, did you know the first game? I know you don't know this because I didn't know it. The first game, the arena was half filled. It was like a shitty ticket because we were supposed to finish 12th. And all of a sudden we tied Sweden. People were like, oh, that's nice. And then all of a sudden the next game we beat a team like 8-2. And people were like,
fucking
hey, wait
Norway or some shit.
and what's his name? Al
Michaels.
Al Michaels is great on it.
He's on this?
Now. Oh yeah.
I love Al Michaels.
He says stuff like, they ask him like, was this like the greatest sport event? He's like, nothing will ever top this. Like it goes upsets. This is it. The Russians were so much better, but then the family of Herb Brooks, the son and daughter, come on the show, and they have Herb Brooks kept notes, and one of them says Russian hockey team. It says cocky, cut corners. Don't seem to be in, like he was watching them going, you know what? They're so much better. And you know what? They were beating teams.
They're beatable.
Yeah. They were beating teams like 11-2.
Yeah.
First of all, when you lose 11-2 in hockey, bad day at the office. Okay. So like they were getting smoked, and all of a sudden Herb Brooks was into this getting in shape stuff, and they showed it in the movie Miracle. But like in the third period, the USA team was not tired, and the other teams were getting a little bit. You got to see the way the uniforms, they're all baggy. The goalie has the single mask. First of all,
it looks like Freddie, Jason, Jason Voorhees.
It looks like it's from 1905. That's how old. It's 1980. It's 45 years ago. And then they show the guys alive now, and you see them watching stuff. The best part is they're watching it, and you see their eyes, and the guy will remember something like, oh yeah, left. Yeah, it was right. I got to pass his left skate. Like he'll remember a specific thing. I think it's one of the best sports documentaries I've ever seen. It's not.
Wow.
First of all,
all right, I'm watching it tonight then.
You totally got to watch it. And it's based upon this unearthed footage that you never see before.
So it's nothing you're going to see in Miracle because they had what they had, and that was it.
Right. And I think there's I did hear from my buddy who produced it that, do you believe in miracles? They actually they couldn't get the rights to that. Do you know that crazy is that? So they had someone.
Who has the rights? Al Michaels?
I guess ABC does, or Al Michaels. So they had to have someone dub it. It was like an AI thing. I heard that.
I wonder. Wait, whoa. I would love to know. I would love to know if like guys like Al Michaels, who are now famous for that line, like, all right, for example, all right, just quick. For example, I mocked Bruce Buffer in a wrestling thing once, and I said,
let's get ready to rumble.
It is time instead of it's time. It's time. I'm talking about Bruce Buffer, not Michael Buffer. Let's go further. Bruce Buffer says it's time, right? But he says it in his elaborate. That's the UFC guy. Right. And I said it is time in a mock thing, and he sent an email to the promoter saying like, if he ever says that shit again, I'm going to sue you. And I'm like,
it's crazy. Same thing with Three-Peat. Three-Peat. Pat Riley owns Three-Peat. Do you know that?
Oh, really?
You didn't know that?
See, that's cool.
And they didn't.
Oh, and I also, by the way, in that same email that he wrote to the promoter, he's like, tell your ring announcer that he says that again, I'm going to sue him. And also tell him to get his pants hemmed. I'm like, fuck you, Bruce Buffer. Like, who the fuck are you telling me what to wear? Like, get out of here.
That's awful. You shouldn't do that.
Piece of shit.
But yeah, check out. It's very good. Also, we'll end up doing my taxes. There's nothing worse. Listen, another PSA announcement. If you had a shitty year and you're doing your taxes, it's like watching a documentary. It's like watching a ESPN 30 on 30 on your year. You have to go through it. I was ready to puke over my tax thing.
You spent how much on your marketing guy? Your social media dude? What did you do?
God, I'm like, what am I doing? I spent $120 on.
By the way, do I got to send you something? Like, do you need something, or you just know? Based off
I got to get that from you. Yeah,
all right, I'll lock something up for you.
But it's the word. And then I realized, and this is something I'm not going to disclose income or anything, but like in 2024, I had one big at bat and I hit a home run with Daredevil, and it made my year financially. But looking at, I chart every audition. I was in a lot of unimportant games in 2024, like bad, like Rutgers playing Miami of Ohio kind of thing. In 2025, okay, I played Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, Auburn, SEC schedule, right? I was in overtime with Ohio State, all this stuff, but I didn't land enough of the jobs. So like as financially, 2025, awful, right?
Mm.
But as an actor, hey man, here we go. All right, here we go. But like, you know what? At age 60, I don't really care about the here we go. Like,
Where's the fucking money, dude?
I want a cheap home run off the pesky foul ball to win the game.
Yeah. That one, you know what? That's the only stadium that one got out of is Yankees.
Like,
I don't give a fuck.
like it would be like if ShopRite called you up and said, Dave, can you come in twice a week to announce our specials and we're gonna pay you $300,000. You'd be like, oh sure, but you'd be like, aisle 5 here. Like, so, but I mean, well, it's like not what you want.
I'm gonna make it the biggest hype thing you've ever heard in your life.
Oh my God. But you know what I mean? It's like, so part of me doing it's like, all right, Jimmy, like I'm looking at the auditions. I'm like, hey, I was in so many games, but we lost them all. Look at that be. I didn't lose them all. I won a few, but like some of them, I had the ones where like, Dave, I can't do the show for a month. I had those, I call them game changer auditions. And I'm like, shit. I was inside. I'm the Ernest Biner of actors.
Speaking of your acting career, I was on the couch the other night with Steph, and all guys will know this. It is the biggest fighting causer of any relationship is what do you want to watch, right? It's because it's just like, all I do is scroll. I never land on shit. And then once I swear to Christ, it always gets back to like, I'll just start over Entourage. like that's just all I'll do. But the other day we're scrolling, I think it was Amazon Prime or maybe Netflix. The Family came up as a thing. And I was like, oh shit, look, The Family. And Steph's like, yeah, we watched that. I was like, I love Jimmy, but I never actually watched
saw
it.
The Family?
I never watched it. And I was like, shoot, wait a minute. She goes,
you went to the hour 10 mark?
She goes, you work with this guy every week. And you've never watched the one movie he won't shut the fuck up. I was like, no, I never watched. She goes, we watched it together. I'm like, I promise you, I have not a clue as the plot line. I have no idea.
That is
what
so
like.
Funny. I scored 35 in that game, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure you did wonderful, but I don't remember ever watching it.
I thought I did. As a matter of fact,
she swears by it, and I was like, it was somebody else.
That's a frustrating thing. Listen, I'm not going to judge my acting. Who the fuck knows? But like, I was in The Family with Dominic Lombardozzi, De Niro. And you know what? I brought the ball up. Tommy Lee Jones was guarding me. I bounced past 25-footer. Like I backpedaled.
And the alley-oop to Michelle Pfeiffer got it. It's all right.
The big star now from Tommy Supreme, whatever the hell, that Academy Award movie. She was $1.50. I did a scene with her. With Annabelle Scora and Dominic Lombardozzi, and I'm like,
shit. All right, look, I'll watch the 1980s Miracle thing tonight, and then I'll follow it up with The Family. All right, I'll just make sure, and I'll critique you, and I'll send you my notes.
I know you didn't watch it because something happens in the movie, you're gonna laugh your ass off.
And also, I want to get blown away, don't you?
I want to give it. Oh, you know that. Right?
Well, because you said you had to hide that from your daughter.
Yes, I did, because she was like, "Oh my god!" Now she thinks it's funny. Watch
my dad die. Watch this shit. This is great.
Watch my dad die. I want to give it. Speaking of my 2025, but I do want to give a shout out to my manager, Denise Hardigan, because she's not a big time manager, but she's been in the business a long time. Reps kids, a lot of kids, and I think that was a little bit of a difference. I got much better auditions. I want to give her a shout out because of the complete do nothing bullshit. Overrated management.
I remember you saying really good things about your new manager because she was just active. She was just like, she's on the ball.
She's on the ball. And I was with a bullshit major management company, which I will not name here, for 30 years. And they just ghosted me. No respect at all. I was their first client. They have 15 managers now. I was their first client.
I might need some representation in the event that Beer League takes off. So I'll talk to her.
That's it. Oh, by the way, the scripts are going great. We're having another meeting tomorrow night, and we're in the second round of editing the script. So positive. Go to watch213.tv. Check out Beer League. All right, we got to get out of here. I got shit to do.
All right, I'll talk to you after this because right after I got to tell you something on the more personal side when it comes to Beer League. Like, good night, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.